President of the Overseas Press Club of America, and this building is our headquarters, the gathering place of the top foreign correspondents of our time who cover every corner of the globe in their search to bring the truth to you. From their personal files, we tell the stories behind the headlines. What you're about to see really happened, and the people portrayed really lived. Here's a story told by Maurice de Cobra, well-known author and foreign correspondent.
In the early 1930s, when I was the special correspondent of Le Journal in the Far East, China was in the grip of roving rebel warlords. Cruel, self-seeking, and ambitious, they commanded private armies, laying siege, looting, burning, and impoverishing those communities unlucky enough to be in their line of march. Now and again in their path stood lonely Christian missions, staffed by dedicated men and women of many faiths, working to better the spiritual conditions of the vast underprivileged masses. And these good selfless folk were often the first target of the marauding army's wrath. There was one such mission at Shangchao in the province of Shenxi, which I shall always remember because it calls to my mind the picture of a very courageous woman. For a week, the town had lived in a state of feverish anxiety, as runners daily reported the route of General Yin Chang's approaching army.
Anyway, the road to Dongguan is still open.
Excuse, please, Reverend.
What is it, Eugene?
The rebels are in clear view from the city walls.
Then we haven't a moment to lose. Make arrangements for Miss Macpherson to leave by the eastern gate before curfew. You will escort her yourself. With luck, you should reach Dongguan by dawn. Hurry now.
Do you think she'll go?
My dear Fraser, go. She must. Our colleague's a fine woman, but a little too unworldly, maybe, to appreciate the seriousness of her own situation. If the rebels should find a white woman here...
Mr. Ingram, I have no intention of leaving. Mr. Ingram, you and I have known one another for a good many years. Do you still imagine I'm the sort of woman who would desert her post on the eve of danger?
There's no question of desertion. Don't you realize what may happen if the rebels take the town?
I've not lived in China for 3 years, Mr. Ingram, without realizing what may happen if the bandits arrive. I'm no child.
And yet you're still determined to stay.
To leave would be to fail in my duty as a member of the mission. I'm ready to face whatever tribulations my Maker puts before me. And all I ask is that I have the strength to bear them with dignity.
The Honorable Lebanon, sir.
The attacking general is at all in earnest. It's only a matter of time. Aye.
Excuse your reverence. His most honorable the mayor awaits an audience.
Mr. Quall, at this time of night. Have him come in. Aye. Oh, John, brew some fresh tea. We have a distinguished visitor. Aha, Mr. Quall.
Lebanon, sir. Miss Macpherson. Mr. Fraser.
Here, sit down, will you? It's a sad time.
Sad indeed.
Aye, and grave, I imagine, to bring you out at this time of night.
I suggest that we spare Miss Macpherson the tedium of our business.
Now look here, all of you. For the past 3 years, I've been running that mission hospital single-handed. I've nursed the sick, I've delivered the babies, and I've attended to the wounds of the troops. And I've not done it without learning something about what human beings are and what they're capable of doing. So kindly stop treating me as if I were a particularly innocent kind of bishop.
I have come to suggest that you close the mission school. It will be dangerous for the boys and girls under your tuition to be found here by the invaders. Their commander is known to be implacably hostile to foreign influences.
Of course, we'll suspend classes during the emergency.
How long do you think the defending army can hold out, Mr. Quall?
Colonel Chien has many gallant soldiers under his command.
It would be a pity to lose such valuable stock.
What do you mean by that exactly?
In a tempest, wise men observe that ears of corn bend before the wind to avoid being broken off.
In other words, the colonel will offer no resistance.
Much blood will be saved.
And when do you expect the rebel army to enter the city, then?
It is arranged for midday tomorrow.
General Yin Chang was a formidable man. He was a half-caste, half-east, half-west, and combined the subtleties and brutalities of both.
In a few minutes, General Yin Chang will honor us with his presence.
Excellency.
We shall proceed with due respect and ceremony. I shall start by making the speech of submission. And when I come to the words, "And thus may it bring to our hearts," you will make a signal to the commander of the household, and tea will be circulated among us. You understand?
Perfectly, most honorable and gracious employer.
Tell me, what do you know of this general?
He is known by his troops as the Ruthless One, on account of his extreme cruelty.
Yes, I know all that. But what of its politics?
At Senling, where the mayor expressed a political opinion, he had the man's limbs severed from his body and exposed him in a cage outside the city walls. The loss of face was considerable.
Make obeisance for the coming of General Yin Chang, Lord General of the Territories, Commander of Armies, Terror of the Heavens. Let all show submission in the presence of the conqueror.
This worthless servant hastens to extend greetings to the noble conqueror, and on behalf of the town of Shangchao offers complete surrender.
Accepted. Rise! Rise! You were wise, most honorable one, to save your citizens from the anger of my bayonets. But do not make the mistake of considering yourself immune from my wrath as a result of it. Most honorable, my soldiers and I have marched 100 miles. What we need now is not tea, but food. And quickly.
And still he feasts. I shall be ruined.
Perhaps sooner than you think. Here is a list of contributions to the levy.
He lets his soldiers loot the town and still expects 100,000 silver taels as a voluntary levy. Only a fifth of the sum demanded. What does he want? Mass executions? The Lord General finds our worthless women attractive.
Well, cooperative, which is the next best thing, I suppose. Well, now, business. What is the levy?
Alas, Your Excellency, alas, the full amount is...
20,000! Colonel Shu! Take this worthless object out and skin it alive to encourage the others.
Well, Lord General, I can tell you how to get the money. If the Lord General will glance again at the list, he will see that one contribution at least was promptly paid in full.
$12,000 for British mission. You've got a nest of foreign dogs here, have you?
Though we citizens of the town are all poor and humble craftsmen, it is obvious from the speed of payment that the mission is richly endowed.
Come to the point.
means might be made to induce them to pay the money they claim not to possess.
Oh, Miss Macpherson, the mayor here has brought us a message from the General.
Oh, and what does he say?
The Lord General is not satisfied with the mission's contribution. He demands a further voluntary payment of 20,000 taels.
20,000? It's preposterous. We're completely ruined already.
Mr. Mayor, would you kindly inform the General that this mission paid its contribution promptly on demand, and we've neither the funds nor the intention of submitting to further extortion. Am I right, Mr. Ingram?
Absolutely. It's downright robbery.
I will convey these sentiments as you request, but no matter what peril to myself. I hope this course is wisely chosen.
Refused! Refused! Me, the Lord General, conqueror of all I survey! Who is this foreign pig, Ingram?
A pig, as you so lightly say.
I'll tear his eyes out, I'll throw his bowels to a dog, I'll skin the love of him!
Perhaps I should advise a certain caution, Your Excellency. For the men I cannot answer. But for Miss Macpherson, I fancy that if you harmed her, we might find ourselves at war with Scotland.
She is highly born, you think?
An emperor's mother, at least. No lesser female could hold such sway over the men around her.
What is she like? As a woman? Less ferocious than I expected. Get your brush and paper. You're a very honorable letter writer, and you write more quickly than I do. Well, what are you waiting for?
And it is my command that the Scotswoman, Miss Macpherson, attend me at 11 o'clock tonight to take tea and discuss matters pertaining to the mission's outstanding debt. Signed, General Yin Chang.
This is scandalous. You're on no account to go, Miss Macpherson. Certainly not at 11 o'clock at night. It would be most dangerous.
It's a trap to hold you as a hostage.
Colonel, Miss Macpherson has nothing to do with the management of this mission. Are you sure it wasn't me the General wanted to see?
No. The Honorable General made it quite clear. It is the lady.
But, Colonel, I do not understand why the General would want to see me. I cannot be of the least assistance to him.
Can I not take Miss Macpherson's place?
I regret that I cannot take tea with the General tonight.
That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Why?
Because if you are not there by 11 o'clock, the army has orders to surround the mission and spray the walls with gasoline, setting fire to all within.
What? Well, if that is the case, then I shall take tea with the General tonight. Would you have the rickshaw here at 11:15?
No, I forbid it, Miss Macpherson.
Mr. Ingram, the General won't eat me.
Please, lassie, think. You're a woman.
That, Mr. Ingram, has nothing to do with it.
So you're the foreign she-devil who is foolish enough to defy me.
Where I come from, a gentleman does not speak to a lady with a foul-smelling weed in his mouth.
Neither Eugene Lee nor Miss Macpherson returned that night from their visit to the General. All next morning, the two missionaries waited, too shocked even to exchange their secret fears. If she was too unworldly to see the risk she ran, they were not. Mr. Ingram had already dispatched 2 runners to the Yemen for news. Neither had returned, and there were no further volunteers for the errand.
Fraser, here's Eugene Lee. He's come back alone. No. Yes, if you don't. Tell me, what happened?
I'm all right, sir. I'm all right, really.
But Miss Macpherson, what have they done with her?
I do not know, sir. As we were about to enter the general's room last night, I was seized and thrown into a dungeon. When I demanded news of Miss Macpherson, the guards laughed at me and beat me for asking.
How did you get away?
I was suddenly released about half an hour ago.
Oh, you've had a terrible time. Here, Chong. Let Chong dress your wounds, and then lie down and rest for a while.
Thank you, Reverend, sir.
You realize what this means?
I daren't let myself think.
It's intolerable. That brute. No.
Now, where are you going?
I've got to try and appeal to him as man to man.
No, there's no need to throw your life away uselessly.
I must try.
I'm sure that poor Miss Macpherson would not have wished that.
I should have made her leave, Shang Chow. I was too weak. Good grief. What is it? Quickly.
Good morning to you both.
Miss, yes, thank God you've returned, lassie.
Of course I've returned. What did you expect that I'd do?
Oh, if you didn't come back last night, we were so worried in case you...
Mr. Fraser, I'd be obliged if you'd kindly pay the man his fare. I saw the general and I told him of our refusal. He said it was not safe for me to return at that late hour of the night, and he offered me the use of a spare room.
So you're all right?
Of course I'm all right. What is the matter with you both this morning?
Did you explain to him our point of view?
In no uncertain terms, I can assure you.
And he accepted it?
I'm to go back this evening after further consultation with you both. Only to save loss of face if we still refuse, which we most certainly shall.
Where is she? Where is she? I've ordered her for 6 o'clock.
With woman, time is like a cracked water pot. It runs out before she notices.
I'll teach her punctuality if I have to flay the skin off her back. Did you notice her skin core? Smooth and transparent as the finest jade.
To me, these foreigners are totally repulsive. Those round, unnatural eyes. Most unappetizing.
You're absolutely right, Quo. She has the most disturbing eyes.
This she-devil pleases the Lord General?
Nothing so crude. But I must confess, her audacity interests me.
Good evening, General.
So you've condescended to come at last.
I'm sorry I was delayed.
In future, when we have an appointment, you'll be here on the instant, or 10 minutes before. I'm not accustomed to be kept waiting. Now, you have the money?
No.
You refuse to pay?
There is no question of refusing what you have not got.
Do you realize, woman, what I could do to you for ignoring my kindly warning yesterday?
I know your reputation for wicked and cruel actions, if that's what you mean.
This insolence must cease. Now, forthwith. How dare you talk to me like that?
As Confucius rightly says, sincere words are rarely pleasing, and pleasing words are rarely sincere. Thank you.
I recall the same source also states, man shall be suitably employed, women shall be married. I am suitably employed. Are you married?
I did not come here to discuss personal matters, General.
But now that we are together, would that not be pleasant?
If you wish to smoke, I will withdraw.
You find my behavior unpleasing?
Since you inquired, yes, I do.
Have you no soldiers in Scotland?
Of course we have. But they do not go about looting and killing for private gain.
There is a saying of which you are no doubt aware. He who steals a coin is hanged. He who steals a nation is crowned. So far, alas, I'm wasting my miserable talents in the pursuit of a coin. But I have more respectable ambitions.
To steal a nation?
Perhaps not that. A province, shall we say.
You're very glib, General. But now I must return to the mission. You'll not prevent me, I trust.
I?
I have your assurance that no harm will befall the mission.
Not a stone of your mission will be touched.
Thank you. We'll not meet again, General.
As a mark of my esteem, you may exit in a vertical position. There is no need to stand on ceremony with me.
The fallen she-devil defies you, my general.
Indeed she does. Disgraceful.
There will be much loss of face in this if it is known that she is allowed to flout your orders.
The truth is always praised from your lips, Kuo. Make immediate inquiry in the town and find the names of the children who for the last year have most regularly attended the mission school.
The rebels have taken 10 of the mission children, and General Yin Chang has announced that they will be publicly strangled behind the pagoda of the Cult of Silence at dawn, unless Miss McPherson apologizes personally for grossly insulting him.
Tell them a way will be found of saving the children. This is horrible blackmail. You cannot go and ask his pardon even for the sake of these children. Heaven knows what might happen if he did.
I've no illusions, Mr. Ingram. But where is the alternative?
We have some hours.
We're bound to be able to think of something.
No, my friends, let us face reality. He's got us into a trap, and you know it.
Miss McPherson, I implore you. You do not know what his talk of an apology means.
The lives of 10 children are at stake. And we are responsible for them. We taught them to love God and to believe in him. It is God who orders me to go and help them now. Please do not say any more to me. I will go.
No.
My good friend, please do not undermine my courage. I will go to the General.
And so this brave woman went to her fate for the principles on which she based her life. I first heard the story of Miss McPherson some 5 years later when I went to interview the governor of a neighboring province who was visiting Pekin. There I found that his political advisor was a Scot named Fraser.
Governor, may I present the distinguished foreign correspondent, Monsieur Maurice de Cobra.
Mr. Fraser was telling me of your miraculous success in ridding the province of bandits, Governor. How did you achieve this in so short a time?
By brotherly love. What else? My dear Miss McPherson, I'm being interviewed.
Oh.
Monsieur de Cobra, may I present my trusted comrade and advisor, my Minister of Hygiene and Education.
How do you do?
Enchanted, mademoiselle. The general was telling me how he cleared the province of rebel forces.
I was telling Monsieur de Cobra of our methods of peaceful persuasion.
We explained to them the error of their ways.
And did you find the bandits amenable to such methods?
Oh, yes. Yes, we did.
No, thank you. I don't smoke.
It was later that Fraser told me the full story. A remarkable one, don't you think? The story of the most precious reward for selflessness that the heart of a woman could desire. The lives of 10 little children.